So, would if I ask you another question,
Mhm.
who is there any person who is your biggest teacher in your life, or is there any instance that has taught you a lot in life? What would that be, or who would that person be, and what's the learning?
Oh, goodness. There's so many things that I have learned. I'll tell you the one person that probably impacted my life the most is Carolyn McCarthy, who happened to be my she I was in a place called the Rainbow House, and it's like a home for foster children, and she was the house director. And she was new, probably like 23 years old, cute as a button. And I'm probably 12 or 13 at this point, and bat out of hell, headed down the wrong direction, all those type things. And didn't have the greatest example either, right? And where I was, there was a lot of things going on. And she told me, and it's one of those key turning points in my life, was she said, you get to choose, who you are and who you become, right? Like, you don't, just because that's who your family is, or just because that's who, what you've gone through, right? Like, no matter what, like, you choose who you want to be. You get to be, like, at that point, I'm like 13 years old. She's like, you get to choose who you want to be and what you want to do. Nobody else is going to choose that for you. And I think I really realized that as like, as I got older in my teenage years, and I realized, hold up, I get to choose. Like, I could go to school for what I want to go to school for. I can do, and then I was like, okay, then I'm going to be who I want to be, right? And I'm going to strive to be what, I always thought this person or thought should be a career and all those type things. And I've worked really hard for that, and have really strived, and it has not been easy, at all. Um, but it's been worthwhile, right? And I love what I do. I mean, I work a lot, but I absolutely love what I do, and I would do it all over again, without a doubt. You know. And then, as far as life, as far as parenting, that has taught me a lot as well. Parenting has taught me patience. Parenting has taught me a love that I don't think you ever really understand until you become a parent. Um, and the other thing about parenting is they're all different. Just because you have the same, mom and dad, or just because they're your DNA, doesn't mean that they're going to be like you and think the same way that you do. They can be raised in your same household and all those type things, but they have a right to their own opinion, and they get their own opinions, right? And they have that. Um, and so that's definitely been, life lessons, as far as, parenting teaches you a lot, but definitely a wonderful joy of life, but also the struggle is real.
Yeah. Um, I've, I mean, I'm not a parent yet, but yeah, parenting is amazing. I see my cousins do it. I see my friends do it. Yeah, they have a different joy altogether when they talk
Yeah.
about their daughter or son.
It
Yeah.
is. It's very special. It's like, dude, like, I made that. That's like a whole, right? Yeah. I mean, it is pretty impressive. And then too, when you like see yourself in them, or you see the way they think about things, um, it's really cool to see. And it's cool to see. I mean, I have two older boys now. I have a 19 and a 16-year-old, and then I have a 10-year-old little girl. But it's really cool to see that they like how they're all like becoming their own person, especially with the boys, like, and what they want out of life and the way they think about things. It's really kind of cool. I'm like, man, you actually might be kind of cool to hang out with eventually. Right now, I'm still your parent.
Yeah.